Peter, as we both know, video game budgets on average are getting larger and larger as years go on. The latest Tomb Raider, for example, is estimated to be around 75 to 100 million in development costs alone. So, of course, publishers have been constantly coming up with methods of making additional returns on those expensive budgets. From the beginning, the early days of horse armor and DLC, fond memories, to season passes, to online passes, remember those? To, as of late now, with the trend of microtransactions, seemingly coming out of nowhere from free-to-play MMORPG experiences and mobile games, to now, as of late, being in full-fledged $60 full-price games, which is weird. And now, interestingly enough, early access to the game before it releases, depending on editions or pre-order. It's really kind of all bizarre.
Yeah, I know there's an allure to getting games early, but if the game's ready to be playable 96 hours early in some cases, why can't it just release early?
Yeah, well, obviously they want to make that buck. That's why. That's where it boils down to.
Yeah, that's the only reason. This early access is typically tied to the more expensive collector's editions. So clearly, publishers are trying to make back some money by coercing people into getting their more expensive versions.
The thing that really bugs me is, in most cases, it doesn't quite feel like an early release. It just feels more like a shift in scheduling. Over the years, a lot of games, or most games, would come out on Tuesday. That was always sort of release day for video games. Now it's sort of shifted to more or less Tuesday and Friday. And the common trend a lot with these early releases is you'll see these early release versions come out on Tuesday, while the standard version comes out on Friday. Which just, to me anyways, feels like it's not an early release, you're just pushing back the standard edition by 3 days.
There's no difference in manufacturing because even with normal releases from years prior, everything's manufactured or sent to the plant to manufacture about a month early and usually arrives in the store a week early. So these discs are just sitting there for no discernible reason other than we want to make more money.
You think the smarter idea, too, would be to release them on a Friday, the Tuesday prior. So that way, those people who, bought it and stuff on that Friday or got that early release version, they play it over the weekend and enjoy it and not have to, worry about a Tuesday release during the middle of the week and all that stuff. And I don't know. What do I know? But in most cases, I'm not crazy about this concept for a lot of reasons. You got day one patches, for example.
Yeah, that would be my biggest concern, that buying into an early access period for the game means you're getting an inferior version for more money.
Yeah, for a couple of days there. And it's weird. So, and in most cases, some of these day one patches are huge, and they improve a ton of aspects of the game. So, essentially, you're paying more money to play your game maybe 48 hours early at best, and those 48 hours might be more bug-riddled and have problems.
In some cases, it's only a day early.
Yeah. Just Cause 4, for example, which comes out in December, if you pre-order that, you get it 24 hours early. There's no added fee or anything like that. You just have to pre-order the game, which that doesn't bother me so much. I think that's a pretty okay incentive for those people who already know they're going to pick that up on day one. So hey, they're getting it a whole day early. So
I just don't understand why an open world game would have early access like that. There's no way you're going to finish an open world game in 24 hours.
I don't think they intend them to finish it, but I don't know. They get a head start, I guess.
The first time I noticed this early buy-in nonsense was with Square Enix launching Deus Ex Mankind Divided. They had a program called Augment Your Pre-Order, and after enough people pre-ordered, there would be new tiers unlocked, and the final tier was, I believe, 2 days early access.
Oh, man.
And that did not go over well with anyone, but it just seems that after that, it was accepted that, yeah, I guess pre-ordering or getting the gold edition means you'll get the game early.
Yeah, I remember a lot of people were mad about that, so I'm surprised that trend caught on the way it did.
I guess publishers just were too allured by that idea of getting more money for the same thing.
But what do you think of games releasing early as an incentive either to pre-order or being tied to a more expensive version of a game? I'd legitimately love to hear some more opinions on this, so let me know down below. But for more video game news, reviews, original features, and more, be sure to head on over to Destructoid.com.